how parents of sports kids handle themselves and the kids. That is about the subject. So here, see, this slide, what I'm just showing you, I'll just run through because since the crowd is less, let's quickly finish it. So specifically this subject, the sports parenting is all about understanding yourself and understanding how you handle the kids. That's very important. If you see the parents' greatest strength and weakness. So I've given some few pointers over here. One is that it's not easy starts to be a parent of a young athlete. Experiencing a rush of thoughts, this is a very important point. Experiencing a rush of positive emotions when your child triumphs, that is succeeds. And a deflating sense of emptiness when they lose. It happens, right? It happens when your kid fails, you feel really dejected. If they succeed, you feel so elated and happy about it. So those things and all we need to understand and draw a thin line between how you react, positively and negatively. Right? So negative, never we should use it or never we should display also. So that's the reason. And then this one, instead of focusing on the child's goals, what generally parents do is we put our dreams, our goals through them. This is the biggest tragedy I would say happening to a lot of parents. What we do is what we have not achieved in our childhood, we try to achieve it through them. We don't even think that they are kids. We don't even think that we are also in that level, right? We came from that level. Let me put it a small example. When we were kids, we used to think, right? Come on, why can't this? My dad or mom understand the way I want it, right? Even sometimes, early morning you can't even wake up. But nowadays we don't. You don't even get up early morning. You can't do that. You impose, right? You impose that your kid should be fantastic, perfect in every way. But you don't understand they are kids. They cannot think the level the way you want it. I'm not mentioning you, I'm just saying in a general way. That is the parents want it. We have to always go to their level. So that's the common problem is that your love for your child may lead you to behave in a way that ultimately hurt the child's development. So what happens invariably, the kids psychologically, they may not be able to tell you anything. They will not because they are scared, they are fearful of talking to you. Because they feel that if I open up, we are going to get scolded. So they restrain themselves, trust me. Because from this child psychology, I've been handling so many cases of this child psychology. The kids, they don't open up in front of the parents. I'll tell you an example. In Bangalore 6 months back, couples came, they are software engineers and they had a son. And somebody referred and they came and they told my son is very bad behavior. Okay, bad in the sense, very bad. So they came and they met me and the moment that mother started speaking, my son, he doesn't do things proper, he doesn't behave proper, he doesn't listen to us proper. We buy anything and everything for him. Chinnas, from the childhood, whatever he wants, we buy and give him. Even the shoes, what he is wearing, they call Swami over there. I'm also a Swami over there. And that's, my website is also called Holistic Approach, that's a different thing. So he was, that lady was saying, that shoe what he is wearing, it is some expensive shoe. So when you are buying so much expensive, why can't he understand, right? And he is not even behaving. And nowadays he started stealing also. The reason is we started putting a full stop. Because he's not doing his study proper, he's not behaving proper. So what is happening is he started stealing. And we have advised him several times. We had so many people coming in, his uncles, his aunts, his friends. In front of them we used to tell him, he doesn't listen. What has happened? Can you guess? Do you think the child would love that? Definitely no. I could feel that child uneasiness. I felt that child was, his body language I absorbed. Just not even bothered. That's the way they are going to say, and that's the attitude, that take it easy, careless attitude. What I did, I just stopped that parasite. I told the kid, please go to the next room, my bedroom. Go there, there's a TV, just watch, and there are chocolates and biscuits over there in a box. Please enjoy your time over there. Let me talk to your parents. Then I spoke to them. See, first thing what you need to do is, please do not condemn your child, criticize your child in front of third person. They will never love it. They will never like it because that hurts them. See, if somebody is going to talk about you like this in front of third person, definitely we will not like it. I won't like it. Nobody will like it. See, it just doesn't mean that kids are different and you are different. Everybody is the same. That self-respect applies to kids also. They also have their own self-respect. So first, give him the, if you want to advise, take him to a closed door and do that. Please don't criticize in front of anybody. See, the moment you are talking to me, I could see that guy is not even bothered because he knows that my father and mother is like this. They are not going to scold me in front of everyone. What is the point in talking to them? And plus, why he has become like this behavior of unruliness or not able to listen to the parents because they made it happen from the childhood. They didn't give him the response. They didn't make him feel or understand whatever they are buying and giving them or him is of value. See, kid needs to understand the value of what we buy, what we do. Only then they will understand. They cannot see the way we want it. Our perception of mind is different, kids' perception of mind is different. What happens is, that is the reason I'm saying, here, instead of focusing on child's, you begin to focus on your own fantasies for your child. You put your fantasy means your thoughts, your vision, your dream through your kids. If you do that, trust me, the child is gone. You cannot have the way it should be for you and for the kids' growth. So this next slide is about, these are the 4 important points that all the parents make a mistake. One is over-identification. That is, you naturally identify with your child, but over-identification may lead you to ignoring your child's feeling and focusing instead of your own. That's what I was saying. See, rather than making the child, see the way he or she should be seeing, we are only seeing from your side. See, when the kid is in the match, I've observed this several times. Trust me, I've seen a lot of matches where the parents, what they do, they get involved. Fine, that is fantastic. But what happens if they don't score? It is not only for parents, even coaches also. They start shouting at them. Never do that. The reason is, no kid will ever want to go there and fail or not to do in a positive manner. Every kid, every child wants to go and perform. But understand that the identification of you, see, you feel that you are achieving. You got it? I felt that. When your child scores, you feel as if you are scoring. You are doing something great, but you don't understand. It is the kid who is doing, not you. So there you need to bring a step back. Go a step back and see the kid as a kid. Make that sport as a sport. And the next point is, it is normal to dream of your child's future, but sometimes parents get so attached to their own dream that they lose sight of what the child wants. And this is a confusing investment with sacrifice. This is a very important point. Your love for your children so much that you are willing to take anything, right? You are ready to do anything for the kids, for your sacrifice. But the kid also should understand what is that sacrifice is all about. Just now I had a session with the kids, that's what I do there. So I told them how you should behave, how the parents should behave, how the kids should behave. See, parents love you to study proper, behave proper, eat your food proper. This is what the parents' expectation. When you don't do that, obviously the parents are going to get upset. So how you put it across, that's important. You know the way they said, sir, definitely we'll do it, sir. From today, we will do. I asked, how many of you do put your dress proper when you come back from the school? Out of the 30 students, only 3 raise their hands. Rest all don't do that. But at least I said, I like your honesty. See, the moment they say negative also, let's not highlight the negativity. If I'm going to say, oh, you all don't do that. If I'm going to criticize them, definitely they are not going to take it. What I did the reverse psychology. I appreciated them, I applauded them and told them, fantastic, I like your honesty. But next time what you need to do, you have to take responsibility. How do you take responsibility? When you take ownership of yourself, not your parents coming behind for everything and every time. So when you do that, automatically they'll also start loving you. See, you also need to understand the way, if once they do mistake, it's fine. Twice it's fine, 10 times also it's fine. See, when I've seen a lot of parents, when they make them study, what they do, if that kid doesn't understand, that parent doesn't allow that kid to move out. Ensure that, don't even understand this. Mutalani, using that all negative language. See that kid, maybe mainly they are not understanding is maths and science might be the toughest subject. So again what we are identifying, the parents identify themselves in the level of the kid. They are not going to the kids level and seeing, they are only putting them into the kids level. They are thinking that the kid should understand. Beyond that, I will not leave them. That incident happened because I know one thing, it was several years back, I vaguely remember, parents who came for counseling, they told me, their friend's daughter, that father was so studious and he'll ensure that that kid is not let until and unless she is thorough in whatever he is teaching. It made the pressure so much that kid was unable to talk. Every time he'll make her sit down at a stretch 3 to 4 hours. It's a torture for them. They can't sit like that 4 hours. That too, if they don't understand, it clogs their mind. It pressurizes them. It's not only academics, even in sports also. So what happened to the kid once that pressure went so much that the girl fell unconscious. Later when they found and took to the doctor, they said there's a problem with the brain. I don't know exactly the medical reason, but after that the kid has lost her life. I mean, she didn't die, but she can't concentrate. It's like she became an abnormal kid after that because of the pressure, that fear factor. That fear factor goes and hits them bad. We won't realize right now. We think that we are doing the correct way. Some parents say that, you don't understand, sir. This is the way we have to teach. I said, it's okay, you have to teach. I'm not denying that you should not teach, but teach in an easy manner. Don't clog them. Like last time I said, right, how you hold your life like a baby. Same way, consider them. Give them a break. After 1 hour, let them go for 10 minutes. It's okay. Even if they don't understand once, 10 times, it's fine. It's not that they fail in all the subjects. If you observe, maybe one subject they might be weak. That doesn't make them stupid or a below average kid. See, they might be good in English or they might be good in social studies, something. Even if they are not good also, our effort as a parent, as a teacher, as a coach is to make them feel it. And every kid is different from each one. Never compare with others. That's another biggest, what I would say is tragedy which is happening right now. The parents' pressure, the peer pressure, the teachers' pressure. You don't know how the kids are suffering. Let me tell you, I identify easily with the kids. Very easily I identify because I've gone through that. I've gone through from my childhood, missing of what's father's love, no idea. What is mother's love, no idea, in spite of having them. So when I speak to kids, or when I do psychology, or when I do my counseling, I identify them with me. I feel their pain as my pain. Only then I can give them the solution what they are seeking for. So same way, coming back to that kid's parents, I told them, please first stop criticizing your kid that he's stealing, he's misbehaving. You have to correct yourself. Make him responsible. See, you have made him in such a way that he thinks that everything comes easy. He doesn't understand the value. The value has to be taught by your own behavior. When parents, the kid's first guru is nothing but parents. They observe you all, how we are rather. Okay, how we do, but we don't realize that. So that is the reason I think sometimes what we do is this point of confusing investment with sacrifice. What parents generally do right now as a sports kids, especially for sports parents, we think after 10 years we are going to get a return. My son will become a cricket player, whether playing for India team, first is India team or IPL or whatever it is. And then the returns, the money, the name, the fame, this is our dream. Fantastic, that dream is fine. But don't impose that dream through your kids. That is where the problem is. Feel sports as health and fitness, not sports as a investment or a returns. When you do this, this is where most of the parents come into the category, where the sports is an investment, study is an investment. You see a return after a certain time. Please don't ever do that. I would humbly request to all of you, and you should pass on this message to other parents also. Because psychologically, let me tell you, there is a statistics. In the current world, the depression level is going so high worldwide. In India, almost 25 to 30% people are suffering from depression. Either it is kids or parents also. Depression means pressure, stress, anger, frustration. You can feel it in your own family life also. How frustrated you are with your own wife. Right? How you jump and flare up If even for small things. A simple example, let me tell you. I mean, I'm not pinpointing anybody of you, but it is happening, prevalent in the families I've seen. Morning, when a parent, the husband is having his food, sometimes it's a housewife, assuming the wife is a housewife, that curry might have extra salt or spicy. What would be the immediate reaction? What the hell have you cooked, man? You can't even do this, right? I have to go for my work. You can't even do this. What else you have to do? The cooking also you can't do. What will that wife say? Hey, I have to take care of the kids, I have to take care of the family, I have to do cooking, and I have to dress them up. Everything I have to do. Immediate. Then what will he do? Throw that food down. I will not even go for work. How will I go and sit? It will go to the history of past life. Past 10 years, everything will come up. So this is the way every argument happens. Every argument happens because our ego comes in. Me the ego, I the ego. Let's turn around the situation and see. The same guy having the idli or sambar, if he feels it's spicy, let's be diplomatic over that. You are telling your wife, Tangame, at least, my dear, see, I think this sambar is slightly spicy. Can you check? Maybe maybe I'm feeling it spicy or I don't know. Can you check and let me know? Definitely she'll come and see. Immediate reaction, I'm sorry. Trust me, this is the way the reaction would be. I'm sorry, I think I made a mistake. Don't worry, I'll prepare something else. So the same, how you handle the situation when you understand. So the understanding is important. So that's why I'm saying, even this, whether it is in your family, with your wife or with your, whoever it is, neighbors or your own siblings, your parents, and especially with kids. You need to understand the way they are. Please do not consider the sports as an investment for future. First give the priority as a health and fitness. In this current world, how the health is very important. I know a person who is a multi-millionaire in Agra. He's a filthy rich guy. He's one of the leading shoe exporter. I think he's in the top 10. I can't reveal the name. He's my devotee and my, he used to come for counseling. That guy is worth at least some 1,000 or 1,500 crores. His bungalow itself, I've been there to Agra. He's staying in Agra. So massive it is. Only his husband, wife and 2 kids are there. That's all. Say when I went to Kuwait, I conducted class. The Kuwait, I was invited by the Princess of Kuwait, who is the niece of the king. That lady, she's an old lady, 60 years, single, not married, but enjoyed her life. Only she, her sister and father is staying in one, it's like a palace. They have around 20 to 30 people working under the drivers. They have their own petrol bunk in their house. That is I would say that this is the height of richness. They don't understand the value of money. I've seen in their office, the office boy, one day that guy, or even 2 hours he comes late, she deducts the salary of that guy. Okay, he earned only 30,000 rupees in Indian currency, around 160 Kuwaiti dinar. What she'll do, she'll cut 2 dinar, today cut for you. You are earning in millions. So people don't value money. More than the money, the humaneness factor. So that is what we need to bring to the kids also over here. You have to understand that the sports or in academics, it is not an investment. It is a child's future and you are trying to do it. That's ultimately the end result is you want the kids to have a good life. They should not struggle, they should not suffer. But only thing, we are not seeing the negative aspect of what it impacts the kids. Okay, so many things I want to say, but still, I'll not take up too much of time. So next one is competing with other parents. This is the biggest tragedy I've seen in sports. You want your child to excel, but it is easy to get caught up in competing with other parents, and that it's pushing your child to succeed. You've seen, I've observed, I'm sorry, I'm not being personal with anybody, but I've observed, when a child, assuming, let me tell you one thing, after the match, okay, a kid doesn't perform. What happens? Anyway, next slide it is that. Anyway, I'll run through whatever it is. What we generally do is, when you are going in a car or a bike, you would start giving feedback to the kid. You should have batted like this, or you should have fielded like this. This is what blunder you have done. You start criticizing the kid. Trust me, you don't need to do that. Please try and do this. You will see the good result. Never speak about the match after the match is over. No kid will like it. The reason I'm saying this is the coach already would have taken care. See, after the match, coach does a debriefing. I've seen that when a batsman gets out, he comes back and stands in front of the coach. The coach highlights that kid. What went wrong or what the correction should be. He would have already spoken to that kid. Along with that, we should not do that because the kids see you as God, right? As a mentor, as a person who is there to support you. The kids see the parents as everything. And when that person itself is starting criticizing, trust me, the kid cry. They'll cry inside the heart. I've checked randomly with few kids. Even my own nephew, I used to ask him, do you like, when you come back from this cricket match, how do you like? Uncle, I just want to leave, relax myself. I don't even want to anybody to talk about on that. Because the kid doesn't voluntarily want to fail over there. Every kid wants to perform. But sometimes it is a bad day or good day, we don't know. When you stop criticizing, when you're coming back, please do not, that's the next slide I would like to, you can just have a look at this. Positive side and negative side. A parent or coach who remains calm and thoughtful in any situation provides the young athletes an appropriate role model for handling emotional situations. This is all emotions. The child goes through the emotions. That emotion is their behavior later on, and that behavior becomes a habit. When you start continuously, if you're going to criticize in every single match, setting an expectation that every match you need to score 50 and you have to be the man of the match, trust me, whatever the game they have, that also will be void in no time. Void means going completely out. The kid has to be given that leverage, that space. They have to be given that space to perform the way they want it. As I told you. Next is the positives, negatives. While many sportsmen love having their parents present at competition, but for some, the presence of parents sometimes chokes them. But they will not reveal it to you guys. Maybe, as a parent, we can observe. As I told you, when you stop being a critic, see, critic, again, that is a good thing. Critic is always the person who brings you what your qualities is all about. But parents should not be a critic after the match is what I'm trying to tell you. Take your time. As I told you the example last time, my niece who broke the mobile. Did I tell you that? See, I was telling the kids over there. Several years back, my niece, she was in 7th standard, she said she wanted to go to excursion. She wants a mobile to take the video. I said, okay, I had bought a new handset that time, Nokia, that video camera. It was around 12,000 rupees. I'm saying way back in 2009 or 10, 7-8 years back. I told Molu, please be very careful. It's a brand new mobile. And she said, no worry uncle, I'll take care. Evening she came, I could hear, I was in the upstairs, my bedroom is in the upstairs. I could hear her mother shouting. You go upstairs, you'll get solid from your uncle. I was wondering, what is this? The moment she started climbing the staircase, I could see her crying and coming. I said, what happened, Molu? Please tell me. And then she is showing all in pieces, that mobile. Immediate reaction, what would a parent would do? Shout and beat. I didn't say anything. I just took the mobile. I said it was broken, it's gone, totally gone. I said, it's okay, go and relax, go have your food and relax. She didn't know what to, she felt so, I could feel that, emotions. She was expecting that I would scold, but here is that uncle is not even scolding, advising and guiding her, just go and relax, have your food. I left it. You know why I did that? If at that point of a moment I am going to scold her, it will hurt her very bad, because no kid would intentionally do anything wrong. Trust me. I made it. Next day I waited. Next day morning, after she's completed, just I took her and made her. How did it happen? She said, no uncle, everything was careful. Till when we are leaving, perfectly, I kept it perfect. What happened is, while coming back, my friend asked me, I want to see the video. When I was giving that video, the bus, the driver put a hard brake. Immediately it slipped from my hand, it fell down. That's fine. What to do? We can't do anything about it. But here, I would ask you one more thing, or I want to highlight you one more thing over here is, if the same situation, okay, if we as a person had broken the mobile, what would you do, or we do? It's a mistake I have done, right? By mistake I slipped it out of the hand. But if the same your kid would have done, what is the reaction? You are irresponsible. First is either you hit them or you abuse them so bad that they'll start crying. If I'm wrong, please correct me. Why? You know why the reason is? Can anybody guess? Just one reason. Trust me, these are the truth. See, we all know, but knowing is one thing, understanding is one thing, and experiencing is another thing, final thing. We read so many things. Yes, I know about sports psychology, I know about parenting. Yes, you know, but have you understood? If you're saying that I understood, that means you're already experiencing it. If not, you're still trying to understand. There's a big difference between understood and understanding. So why I'm asking this is the reason over there is, when you do a mistake, we think it is as a mistake, but as when kids do, it is an irresponsible behavior. It is nothing but our ego. We are earning that money, right? It is our money. So automatically the ego comes in. When we do a mistake, it's fine, no issue at all. But when the kids do, we have to chide them, we have to abuse them, we have to criticize them, we have to punish them. Please don't ever do that. See, do you think that what I have done that to her is wrong or right? Next day I spoke to her, made her understand. After that, let me tell you, even parents, if they keep the mobile in a haphazard manner, she will ensure that mobile is kept in a proper manner, because they will say, no, don't keep it here. If it is in a vibration mode, it might fall down. That one, how that way of handling things made the kids rest of the future. She has taken that responsibility, because we have taken it in a positive manner. When you do things in a positive manner, things will definitely have positive effect. Even I want to do a subject anyway, let's not do too much. How to tap your subconscious mind. How to have that positive effect on you through subconscious. I'll just tell you finally how to do that. At least a tip on how to handle things for you and your people around you. So quickly going through. So majority of one are strong supporters, all this fine, whatever I discussed. Parent to act in ways that upset the young athlete or that upset the coaches or officials. This also I've seen. Sometimes the parents get into argument with the coach. I've seen several times. Never ever do that, because that you are setting a very bad precedent to other parents and the kids also over there. Because your love for the kid, maybe the coach would have done a mistake, absolutely. Or without no coach does it wanted or deliberate. It's a mistake. Mistake happens everywhere. So when you're going to argue with that coach over there, that is going to set, the parents are, the kids are watching you as a parent. So you are the role model for the kids. So please never argue or debate with the coach over there. I'm not saying you, I'm saying in case you come across your parents or your friends over there, please advise them not to do that. And also when the match is over, try to reach out to the opponent parents also. That kids also. When that kid, whoever it is performing, tap them. Applaud them. And give them some positive feedback. Even if some kids is failing also, go them. Just give them feeling, the parents and the kids. It's okay. It happens. Next match you can win. Just few words. Trust me, it helps on a lot over there. And especially even coaches also. Coaches also needs to control that emotion level, where they should and where they should not. As I told you in the beginning, nobody would love to be criticized, shouted. I've seen even coaches also, sometimes, not every coach, I've seen few coaches, please don't take it personal. I've seen a lot of coaches shouting, abusing them also. Trust me, that mentally pulls them down when they are in the match. What happens, that fear factor comes in. Even a very good, I've seen last week I was watching a match, fantastic, I don't want to name anybody over here. I saw a kid who is awesome. He's one of the best fielder and batsmen. He missed not once, twice fielding. The coach was shouting. It should not be done. I mean, you can say, you can advise them, but not shouting. Shouting, no kids love that. Trust me. It doesn't have a positive effect on them. Rather, it only pulls them negative and negative. They will never talk to you. Trust me, the kids will never open up with parents what they have in their inner heart. Because they know even if I'm going to talk to them, they are not going to understand. What is their expectation? I have to study, I have to score 90, 100. This is the expectation. One parent, and again I don't want to take name, this kid, he showed me his subject in social studies. Out of 50, he got 46 or 45 things. No, 48. He told me, it's in Bangalore. Once he came and he told me, sir, uncle, how did my mother react when she saw this? How did the mother react? 48. This is all you scored. Can't you score 50? How did you lose the 2 marks? It is fact, I'm telling you. I'm not giving you a story. It is a fact. The kid said, it was paining for me. It's not deliberate I have done that. Rather, if the parent are motivated, awesome you are. Fantastic. It is not the question of how much they are scoring. How they are scoring. How much they are scoring in school or in sports. It's not how. The approach is important. Even games. How they are batting or how they are scoring is not important. Their approach. Are they doing in a positive way? Are they treating their friends in a positive way? Not ridiculing them? Not criticizing them because they learn from us. When we do that, I've seen, even when I was here, I've seen a couple of kids making fun of others. If that kid is not doing, sir, see this guy, how he is doing like this, that and all is not a good habit. On a longer run, it affects them. So these are all the things I'm trying to correct them. So I gave them a promise that henceforth you will see your parents understanding the way you wanted. But you guys also should listen to the way the parents wanted. What they want, you have to study proper, eat proper, and behavior proper. So I took the example of the Jackie Chan in Karate Kid. Have you seen that movie Karate Kid? The first thing when the Tree Parker came to learn Kung Fu, what he did, he threw the jacket. Yeah, come on, let's learn Kung Fu. As if he's the master and Jackie Chan is the student over there. So what did Jackie Chan? He didn't scold him. He didn't abuse him. But with firmness, he put across a message, take the jacket, put it over there. That firmness, that kid felt it. Yes, he's trying to teach, but he's not ever, because he's a kid. And Jackie Chan also handled it in such a meticulous way, in a very sensitive way. It's a movie, but the truth is fantastic over there. The fact of how a master or a teacher should handle the kid or the student. And later, attitude. He said the attitude matters. Attitude means it's a huge subject. Attitude means your behavior, your habit. If the behavior through attitude is positive, your habit becomes positive. When the habit becomes positive, your character becomes positive on a longer run. So these are the things the parents should do. See, even your child can be put in a no-win situation if you yell out some advice from the stand that differs from what the coaches would have told. I've seen that also. The coach would have said, hey, nee ipdi pannu, apdi. It's a counter. The kid over there, he'll be listening. Who the hell should I listen, yaar? One person giving advice from here, one person giving advice from there. Never do that. The kids don't like that, trust me. If you go and ask him right now, he will not say, they will not open the mouth. Because the fear factor. Had you treated him in a way where they understand, the way they wanted to be understood, they love to share anything and everything. But we don't give them that space. Because that space, you are occupying. I don't know whether you watched that movie where Prakash Raj and one guy, the tall, handsome actor, what's his name? Jayam Ravi's movie. It's a fact. We all take them into us rather than giving them the way they need to be seen. Okay? See, your child may see you as a parent who cares not about him, but how well he plays. This is all the point, parents who offers constant criticism of the sports performance frustrates the kids. Believe me, it frustrates to the core. Later on, if a kid is a good player maybe, but this criticizing, he will start losing that power. He'll start losing his confidence. See, confidence comes only with positive criticism, not through negative criticism. The way I handle my knees, I told you, the breaking of the mobile, that is a positive criticism. Next day, I spoke to her. I didn't advise, neither I chided her previous day. I just understood what the situation, before even we criticize them, we need to understand why they did. Accordingly, you can guide them, you can advise them. Okay? If it is boring, we can wind up. So the way out, they cheer for the other children, they take time to compliment the official. The sport should become considered a health sports, okay, which everything I've already touched in. They talk to parents of the other team. They resist the urge to critique the child's performance. Okay, these are the important points which already I've discussed. And most important, parents of the winning team, what an exceptional compliment their sons have played. These kind of motivational statements you need to give. You should feel yourself first, and then your kids will understand. Okay, always look the kids the way they are, they want that, not the way you want it. That is the biggest drawback all parents go through. We always identify ourselves, our dream, our vision through the kids. Even I may not be surprised that some kids may be forced to do this sports. I don't know, maybe there might be exception, few kids, because the parents are making us to do, because it's an investment for them. Again, let me tell you one more example. It's again happened in my own house. Siddharth Prakash is my nephew. He was excelling in cricket. His sister, who is elder to him, she started feeling an inferiority complex because he is getting adulation, he is getting recognition. In Chinmaya school, most of the matches, he is being even applauded in the assembly. She felt something negative happening in her. She is feeling, I am not being recognized. So what she did, she started learning badminton. I want to become a badminton player. That time when I was Aina Naval, they were all. I was not there at that time. I was in Kuwait, I believe, for 2 months. I came back. I was surprised to see that she was going for badminton practice every day. I know definitely she doesn't have that game, but instantaneously I didn't say. I thought, let me go and watch her game. I said, I'll come along with you, and I went and watched that game how she was playing. It was a normal game. Normal game means very, very normal. But her expectation was, she was trying to compete with her younger brother who's got a natural talent. Right? Had I going to say directly, Molu, please, you cannot compare with Siddharth. He is naturally born and you don't have that ability, that will pull her completely down. What I did, fantastic, you are playing a good game. I have no doubt about it. But I took some time, almost like 1 week to 10 days, I started speaking to her every day. Spend at least 30 to 60 minutes with her, making her understand what sports is and what's the growth or what is the future, what you have and what he has got. How he developed his natural ability, because any talent, when it comes naturally, it can go in a flow. Right? Some kids are born talented, some kids are made talented. But some kids, each one has a different talent. She is very good in studies, very good in creativity. So what I did is, I told her, see, you are good in creativity. Nobody can match the way she draws, things. It's awesome. That drawing will have some kind of a message in that. Once she has drawn a picture and showed to me, I said, beautiful this is. You're conveying a message. She herself was not aware of it. I said, you go and show it to your parents. They will only say, it's a good picture. But I identified her talent, the way she wanted. Maybe she is not recognized. Like this, when I spoke, then I told her, see, take this sport as a fitness. You want to keep fit, you learn. But don't have that this sport where you can excel, awesome. But your talent is in your studies. Studies not academically, but creatively. At time, she was in the 6th or 7th standard. She has identified herself so good. Now she started preparing for herself in fashion technology. So fashion technology relates to creativity. Again, it took some deliberation. First she had a confusion to do medicines or Ayurvedic, then engineering, all fine. Please do deliberation. You have to, see, parents should not be a decision maker. Parents should always be a guide. Give them that option. Let them bring that option. You please sit and discuss with them. Go with them. Check with others. And finally, give them the option with all the positives and the negatives. They will take the decision. Finally, she said, Uncle, Finally she freezed with as an architecture or fashion designing. Then she finally decided fashion technology, because that is creativity over there. And she's firm now. She's in +1, very firm. Her future is fixed. She knows where she's heading. So this is the way the parents should guide the kids, right? So when you do that, automatically kids also understand you. Never, never, as I told you again, to reiterate what I'm trying to say is, do not enforce your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions into the kids. Understand them the way they are. And another thing, this is again, there's nothing to do with sports parenting. It's a general, it's not an advice. Again, it's a suggestion I would like to share with you. I was expecting a larger audience, but anyway, since whatever, you can also convey this. At homes, I've seen several times parents fighting with each other, arguing with each other for small things also. As I told you, that food habit, right? Small things that sends out a very, very bad message to the kids. Kids, see, as I told you, parents, Mada Pida we call, Guru, and then comes the Devam, the last aspect of it. See, I'm also not a psychiatrist also, I'm a psychiatrist, I'm a hypnotherapist, and I'm also a spiritualist. The words, what you use, has an energy in it. You want a demonstration right now? I'll tell you one thing. When I say the word, right now you're all over here, I'm asking you to relax now. Relax. Please relax completely. Relax. Relax, take your time, relax. Right? This is one way of saying. Now look at the way. Now relax. Want everyone to relax. 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 You're feeling a subtle change? You're feeling an energy change? Right? Energy matters. That energy is what is all about. The word doesn't have an impact on its own. The energy matters. Whether it is anger, it is frustration, it is happiness, joy, whatever it is. The energy matters. So when you start criticizing, Uttal, Arivilya, useless fellow, useless, when you say that, you are putting your irritation into that. The kids feel it. And you also get frustrated, right? When you are scolding the kid, it's not that you wanted it. Their behavior makes you. But when you scold, it is going to have a more negative impact on them than the positive impact. As I said, the energy matters. So always remember, as I told you, that tapping your subconscious mind, the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, the superconscious mind. Again, it's a huge subject over here. Even the conscious mind. Now you are listening to me, right? This listening, along with listening, your mind is already doing a calculation. Is it right? Is it wrong? Or you'll be thinking something else, right? All this happens in that conscious level. So along with that, most of the things come from your subconscious mind. Last time I told you, your conscious in Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna and Krishna. Arjuna is your conscious mind, Krishna is your subconscious mind. What you feed from conscious to your subconscious comes back to you 100-fold times. So you have to be very careful in what you speak. If you are going to speak negative, trust me, over the period of time, it is going to happen. And I am a good experiencer of that. I've seen in my own personal life. So many things in my life. Earlier, I mean this is too personal, but still I would like to share with you. Earlier I used to work in IBM 10 years back. I was a regional manager earning very good salary in 6 figures monthly. So that ego, the arrogance, yes, I'm earning big money, and weekends I do my same counseling. People come, they want to give us a dakshana. It's okay, Swami, just keep it. I said, no. I don't want money. Because I'm earning. It is positive and it is negative. What I did is, I am saying no to money in one aspect. Because I am earning from somewhere else. What happened is, later period, after I left my corporate life, I have left everything and started doing my service in my counseling. Trust me, I struggled financially very bad. At that time, when I'm doing counseling, people automatically came, took my counseling and went off. Nobody was ready to give money. Dakshana illa. And people are coming out, people are struggling so much. They can't even afford. So why I said this is, when I said no to money, the money stopped. Mahalakshmi Partanga, nee enna vana sonnina. Let me stop myself coming to you. I'm just saying in a humorous way, but trust me, I went through that pain. It has an effect. Believe me, that is the power of that words what you use. When you use positive, it definitely has an impact on you, your kids, or your people around you. At home, when you start, see, when you go home, if you're going to always fight with your wife or your husband or your parents, that house creates a negative energy over there. You don't feel good. Even in office also, anywhere, everywhere. So always use positive words, think positive, do positive, it will have a positive impact. For this, as I told you, the subconscious mind tapping, I'm not going to go too in-depth into it. On the overall aspect, I'll just ask you to do a small exercise. If you want, you try it out. But that has an effect, because I am a person who have experienced it, and I've seen so many people who have done that. As I told you last time, the story of the kid was a mentally retarded kid, how he has changed himself. See, last time, before going to that quickly, last week I was in Bangalore, they came and met me. That kid said, "Uncle, my mother, she is not giving me pocket money at all." See, where will the kid go? Right? We have to, but in that, what did I tell the parent is? I told her and the father, do one thing, you give that kid every day 10 rupees or 20 rupees as per your convenience, your salary, whatever it is. Along with that, give them one piggy bank. You don't say anything, you just give that money to spend and a product of savings also. Don't say anything, let them decide. Both brothers, she gave. After a week, the kid who was, as I told you, mentally retarded, and now I should not use that word because now he's retarded. That kid, 10 rupees she gave, 70 rupees, he saved 30 rupees in that. The second kid who was considered himself to be so intelligent, I don't want to save anything. I want to spend it. That's it. But again, I told mother, don't criticize. That's fine. That is his behavior. But what we need to do is, you have to make him understand the benefits of saving, not by criticizing him. See, how your brother has saved? He has saved 30 rupees. If you are going to do that, what will happen is he'll start seeing his brother as a villain. He'll not even think, okay, he's a competitor. That's the way kids react. Rather, you have to advise him the way he is. Right? Don't force him. Ultimately, trust me, over the period of time, he will also start savings. So they understand the saving aspect also. This is what the message I convey today to your kids over there. And you know, few kids say, "Sir, Appa Amma pocket money kudukka maatengirada, konjam recommend pannunga sir." That's the way they are saying. This also you can try it and see. When you give them pocket money, along with that, give them a piggy bank. There are several kids told, I have a bank account also, and we are doing saving. I said, that's awesome. So these are the small ways how you do things. So coming back to the point, what I said on subconscious mind, next 3 days, okay, next 3 days, from this moment, whatever, I'm saying, whatever you think, whatever you do, whatever you are seeing, think everything in a positive way. Think everything is for good. Think everything, whatever, even if it is something going wrong, accept it, it's fine. Don't get angry, frustrated, depressed, dejected, irritation, nothing. Just go with the flow. Think everything, as I'm using the word positive. Everything positive. It's not so easy. Let me tell you, it is not so easy. Once you start doing that, you will see the result in no time. In 3 days later, you will see a transformation happening within yourself. I cannot name what it is because each one's experience is different. You will see a subtle change happening within yourself. The way you perceive things, the way you understand things, and the way you see yourself. It changes to complete positivity, trust me. Even at home, the way if your wife or your parents are behaving with you bad, it's fine, at least for this next 3 days. I'm just saying for 3 days. You can make it for 1 day also. If you feel that 3 days is too choking, I can't, it's like a suffocation for me. I have to behave, I have to react to emotions. Then do it for 1 single day. From today till tomorrow, 24 hours. Try this and see. Seeing things, everything is good, positive, believe me, it will have a very good impact on you. The words you use, only good words, good positive words. Not criticizing anybody, not even you. That is what we call in a spiritual aspect, know yourself, you know everything. Naan என்பது Ramana Maharshi, you would have heard of I. This I, that ego is everything. Once you start understanding who this, what is this I is all about, Naan Yar, everything is revealed over there. See, right now I can tell you what is that God consciousness is all about. I can make you, trying to make you understand, but you cannot, you wouldn't be understanding it. The reason is you have not experienced it. Even if I'm going to say right now, that experience is so blissful. That 1 hour, I was in complete bliss. It's like, I can't explain. It's not happiness, it's not joy, it's bliss absolute. There is no beyond in dictionary, there is no word beyond bliss. Right? That is an experience of it. But for you, you need to experience that. So everything, it's an experience. That is the reason I told you right now. Tapping your subconscious mind. What happens is, when you consciously start giving all these positive thoughts, it goes into your subconscious, come back to you 1,000-fold time, 100-fold time. It will have an impact on you. Even in psychology, we call it auto-suggestion. But this another tips I can give you. If you feel you have some issue in your behavior or in your habit, what you can do is, even there are a lot of people suffering from certain phobias. I've seen people suffering claustrophobia. It's closed circle. Then heights. Right? Even fear. Why I'm saying this is, one more, he's a doctor. He's a physiotherapist doctor. He came to me suffering from the ultimate of claustrophobia. The ultimate, what I said is, you know what is claustrophobia means? Closed, enclosed space. They can't be there. If they are sitting in the car, they feel suffocated. They can't fly because it's a narrow space. It's a confined space. You feel suffocated. You get palpitation when you go in. And this guy, because of this, he was unable to go to work also because he can't sit in the car. The moment he'll sit in the car, just 100 meters, he'll ask the driver to stop, he'll get out. He has to take few fresh breath because he was feeling that suffocation. He went to so many doctors. Nobody, he himself is a physiotherapist. Then finally he came to me through some other source and I started counseling him. It's not 1 hour, 2 hours. One sitting, it took me at least 4 to 5 hours at a stretch. That 4 hours or 5 hours, he will not even know the time passing. I told him, I don't see my watch. Neither I want you to do that. Because I want, you came here for a solution and my intention is same. So I want your participation more than me. Only then you will see the result. Absolutely. Sir, I want it. I'm suffering. I'm struggling. My whole, process in my job is at stake. Because I'm unable to do. I got a lot of opportunities going abroad also. But I'm unable to go because the claustrophobia hits me bad. I can't even go to my terrace. He's in the ground floor. If he goes upstairs, he'll feel his head reeling. So then I started finding him. Quickly, his issue started from his childhood. By whom? His parents. They were in the village. What the parents used to feed him is fear. Fear of what? After 6 o'clock, don't go out. Right on the village, you can see that the Karul and the Ur Kaval Devan Solvan. That, that statue, you know what it is? After 6 o'clock you go, that guy will come and pierce you with this tool. That kid doesn't know that. That fear started working on him in a negative impact. Later on, everything was fear only. So that fear, over the period of a time, there were so many things. I took almost 2 months with him. I spent so much of a time with him, at least weekly 2 sittings I used to do, and finally he came out of it. Because there I have to do is hypnosis. See, hypnosis is not like how you see in 10, 9, 8. It doesn't happen then, trust me. It's all misleading people. If I have to hypnotize you, for example, first I need to understand you, you need to understand me. I need to have the trust in you, you need to have the trust in me. Only then my thoughts will go into your mind. Otherwise you will restrict me. When I'm talking to a lot of counseling I do on phone, the moment their mind get distracted, I can immediately feel it. Immediately I said, you were thinking something else. No, sir, no, nothing. I was listening to you. I said, yes, you did. Because the flow got diverted. Why? I got connected because the energy flow is there with me, because I connect with you directly. Same, the subconscious mind power is such that when you start doing it, as I told you, it will show you result. You can try it and see. Next 1 day, 2 days, as a trial you do it. If somebody is going to say, no, it doesn't have an impact, then I would say, you have not done it in the right manner. Adukku or chinna example. Can I take another 5-10 minutes? Please. Okay. When you go to an astrologer, the moment that astrologer is going to say, hey, I don't want you to believe in all this astrology and all, it's a science, but it's a debatable one. But just for sake of discussion, when that astrologer is going to tell you, after 1 year, you're going to have a fantastic time. There is a good, positive things are going to happen. Appadingala, kandipa nadakuma, right? That positive what he is saying, you're going to react in a negative way. The same if that guy is going to say, next 1 year, unakku periya or ganda irukku. Ama sir, kandipa enake nenichirundha, I think. Right? The negative. When the negative is given to you, you accept it completely. That is the mind. Mind is so subtle. Even there is a trial which was done in US where 20 people, they took it on a trial, where what they did is they feeded them with some good delicious feast. After finishing that food, somebody came and said, the food what you ate had some insect in that. It's a slightly poisonous. Trust me, the moment they said, everybody started puking and vomiting. Oh my God, my stomach is upset. Some people started getting sick. Instantaneous reaction. Because the psychology, the mind, it was nothing over there. It was a proper food. Later they said it is absolutely, I don't know whether you heard about this. It's a fact which was done, which was experimented. That is the power of the mind. The mind accepts negative very fast. Positive it doesn't. As I told you, this next 1 or 2 days, if you are going to do this, implement this, you will see that you may not feel it. You may want to react negatively. But don't resist. Understand? And then go for it. Okay? So, I'll just wind up on this. So, as I told you, please treat sports not as an investment, but as a fitness and health. And see the kids the way they water. Love. It's a beautiful thing. Love, love, love. This is what is missing from this world right now. The entire world doesn't know what is love. In love is care, affection, understanding, forgiveness. We don't know about that. The tolerance level. It's missing right now. Everywhere, people say I love. There's a one, in my book I've written, what is love? Love is complete absence of fear. Love is complete absence of fear. What is that we fear? It is love. I know it's confusing for you. Quickly, what I said is, what is love means? It is complete absence of fear, I said, right? For example, a husband is going to love his wife. When he is loving his wife, there is a fear factor attached to that. Why? Because there is an expectation. My wife should reciprocate my love. Right? So when you are loving already, there is a fear that if my love is not reciprocated, I get hurt. So that should not be there. Love should be for the sake of it. That's all. Again, this is a big subject. I will touch them. That's why.